What if I told you that in the year 2025, scientists discovered creatures in the ocean that no human had ever seen before? Creatures that look so strange, so delicate, so unlike anything we thought possible, that they seem more like characters from an animated film than real animals, and yet they are real. They live right now in the crushing black depths of the Pacific Ocean. This is not science fiction. This is the story of 3 newly discovered deep-sea species that are about to change the way we think about life itself. For centuries, humanity has looked up at the stars. Dreaming of the unknown, we built rockets, sent probes, even walked on the moon. And yet, the greatest mystery of all doesn't lie in the sky above us, but in the water that surrounds us, the ocean, covering more than 70% of our planet. And yet, more than 95% of it remains unexplored. Think about that for a moment. The largest environment on Earth. And we barely know what lives there. We know more about the surface of Mars, 384,000 kilometers away, than we do about the bottom of our own seas. And in that uncharted darkness, entire worlds exist that defy imagination. Worlds filled with creatures so bizarre, so alien, that they challenge everything we thought we knew about biology. For most of human history, we told stories about monsters lurking in the abyss, giant tentacles dragging ships under the waves, serpents longer than houses, eyes glowing in the night. We thought they were myths, superstitions, sailors' tales. But then technology advanced, cameras went deeper, submersibles survived longer, and suddenly, the myths weren't myths anymore. We saw giant squids with our own eyes. We filmed sharks older than the dinosaurs. We captured glowing creatures that turned darkness into living fireworks. And this year, scientists discovered something new again. Not terrifying monsters, not ancient predators, but something perhaps even more remarkable. Creatures that show us that even in the harshest, darkest places on Earth, life doesn't just survive. It flourishes. It happened off the coast of California, in the cold, crushing depths of the eastern Pacific. Scientists, armed with robotic submersibles and advanced imaging tools, were mapping an area that had never been explored before. And then, something small appeared on their screens. Not a shark, not a squid, but a fish. A strange, almost cartoonish fish with soft, jelly-like skin at first glance. It looked fragile, almost delicate, like it didn't belong in the deep sea at all, and yet it was very much alive. This was the first of 3 brand new species, members of the snailfish family animals, so little known that most people have never even heard of them. But now, thanks to this discovery, they're about to become stars of the deep. You might be wondering, so what? New species are discovered all the time. Insects in rainforests, birds in remote jungles, even microbes in soil. What makes these deep-sea fish so important? The answer is simple. The deep sea is the hardest place to explore on Earth. Temperatures near freezing, pressure so intense it could crush steel. Eternal night, where sunlight never reaches if life can thrive here. In this alien world, it means our understanding of biology, of evolution, is still incomplete. It means Earth still has secrets waiting to be revealed. And every discovery isn't just about fish. It's about survival, adaptation, and the very limits of life itself. So who are these new creatures? The first is called the Bumpy Snailfish, a strange, jelly-like animal with curious bumps across its body, almost cute in appearance. It looks more like a toy than a predator of the deep. The second is the Pacific Angel Snailfish, delicate, translucent, with fins that seem to glow like angel wings in the darkness. A fish so fragile, it seems impossible that it could survive in such a brutal environment. And the third, the Pointed Snailfish, with its sharp snout, narrow face, and adaptations that make it unlike any other snailfish. Ever seen? Each one tells a story. Each one is a symbol of life's creativity in the face of impossible odds. And that's where our journey begins in this series. We will dive into their world, A world few humans will ever see. Will explore how they live, how they survive, and why their discovery could change the way we see the ocean forever. Because these aren't just fish, they are windows into another reality. They are proof that even in the most hostile corners of our planet, life will always find a way. But before we meet each of these incredible creatures up close, let me ask you, if we're still finding new life in the darkest corners of our own planet, what else is still waiting to be discovered? Stick around, because in the next part, we'll descend into the abyss and meet the first of these brand new species, the Bumpy Snailfish. And if you love exploring the unknown, don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey, because the mysteries of the ocean are only just beginning. The screen fades to black, a faint heartbeat-like sound echoes. Then, slowly, a soft, glowing figure emerges in the abyss. Narrator: welcome to a world where pressure can crush submarines, where temperatures flirt with freezing, and where light has never touched. And yet, in this impossible world, a new creature was born. Meet the Bumpy Snailfish. At first glance, it doesn't look like a survivor. Its body is soft, jelly-like, almost transparent. It has little bumps across its skin, strange ridges that make it stand out from any other snailfish ever discovered. But don't be fooled. This fragile-looking animal is a master of survival, you see. In the deep sea, strength isn't about armor. It's not about speed or size or sharp teeth. It's about flexibility, adaptation. The Bumpy Snailfish thrives because its body bends under the crushing pressure instead of breaking. Imagine an airplane flying at 36,000 feet. The cabin has to be pressurized so the passengers don't suffocate. Now imagine the opposite, living at 36,000 feet below sea level. The Bumpy Snailfish doesn't need a cabin. Its body is the adaptation. It flows with the ocean's force, not against it and its bumps. Scientists think they may help with camouflage, breaking up its outline so predators can't see it clearly in the darkness. Being invisible can mean the difference between life and death. The Bumpy Snailfish may look cute, but it is proof that in the abyss, survival belongs not to the strongest, but to the strangest. Now picture this. The lights of the submarine sweep across the dark. Something delicate drifts into view. At first, it looks like a ghost, translucent skin wide, flowing fins that shimmer like wings. This is the Pacific Angel Snailfish. It has been called one of the most beautiful creatures of the deep sea. A fish so fragile that it almost looks like it should fall apart in your hands. But it doesn't. It thrives. Its wings are not for beauty. They help. It glides silently through the water, using little energy, conserving strength in a place where food is scarce. Every movement is slow, precise, controlled, a ballet performed in eternal night. But its most remarkable adaptation is its transparency, with almost no pigment in its skin. The angel snailfish becomes nearly invisible in the abyss, where predators are always hunting. Invisibility is the ultimate defense. Think about it. The same strategy that works for stealth jets in the sky works for fish in the ocean. No color, no shadow, just gone. And so, the Pacific Angel Snailfish drifts like a phantom, a living reminder that sometimes beauty and survival are the same thing. But the abyss is not only about elegance, it is also about precision. Enter the pointed snailfish. Unlike its soft, rounded relatives, this species has a sharp, narrow snout, a design built for one purpose. Hunting with that pointed head, it can probe into cracks and crevices in the rocks, flushing out tiny crustaceans and worms that no other predator can reach. In a world where food is rare, specialization is everything. Think of it as nature's locksmith, finding a way into hidden places and unlocking meals that others can't touch. But there's more. Scientists believe its snout may also help reduce drag, letting it dart forward in short bursts of speed, quick enough to snap up prey before it escapes into the black. It is not graceful like the angel snailfish. It is not cute like the Bumpy. It is a tool, a weapon, a design sharpened by millions of years of evolution to turn the impossible into survival. 3 new species, 3 new stories. The Bumpy, the Angel, the Pointed, each one different. Each one adapted to survive in ways we never imagined. But together, they tell us something even greater, that life is endlessly creative, that even in the deepest, darkest places on Earth, evolution is still experimenting. It's easy to think we've discovered everything there is to find, that the age of exploration is over, but the ocean reminds us that's not true. There are still mysteries, still wonders, still creatures, waiting to be seen for the first time. And if we can find these living cartoons in the blackness, then what else is still hiding, waiting to be discovered? And this is only the beginning, because while these new snailfish are fascinating, the deep sea has even greater secrets, entire ecosystems that should not exist. And yet, doing the final part, we'll journey to the hydrothermal vents, underwater volcanoes where life shouldn't survive, but instead thrives in ways that could change our understanding of life on Earth, and maybe even life beyond Earth. So stay with us. The most mind-bending discoveries are still ahead. 11,000 meters down, a place of crushing pressure. Freezing cold, eternal night. By all logic, this should be a dead world. And yet, here, life blooms in fire. They're called hydrothermal vents. Imagine underwater volcanoes, spewing water hotter than 700 degrees Fahrenheit water, so hot it could melt metal. And yet, as the superheated fluid blasts out, it doesn't destroy life. It creates a towering black chimneys rise from the seafloor, belching clouds of minerals. To human eyes, it looks like smoke, hence the name black smokers. But to the creatures of the abyss, this is not poison. It is food here, in the deadliest corner of the ocean. Bacteria feast on the chemicals in the vent water, and on that microscopic foundation, an entire ecosystem is built out of the smoke. Rise beings that look impossibly 6 foot tall, tube worms with blood-red plumes swaying in the current, ghostly crabs with claws covered in what looks like fur shrimp with glowing backs, reflecting the sea air. Faint heat of the vents. These animals don't rely on sunlight. They don't need photosynthesis. Instead, they live by a different rule. Geosynthesis energy, not from the sky, but from the earth itself. Think about what that means. Life doesn't just need the sun. It can survive without it. And if life can thrive in boiling water, under 1,000 atmospheres of pressure, in absolute darkness, then maybe, just maybe, it can exist elsewhere too, on the frozen oceans of Europa, on the methane lakes of Titan, on worlds we haven't even imagined yet. The more scientists look, the stranger it gets. Some of these vent creatures have antifreeze, proteins in their blood, stopping ice crystals from forming. Others can survive massive swings in temperature, near freezing one moment, boiling the next. Some don't even have mouths or stomachs. Instead, they carry bacteria inside their own bodies, like living factories, producing food for them. It is biology rewritten, a second Genesis, happening right here on our own planet. These discoveries matter, not just for science, not just for curiosity, but for survival. The deep ocean regulates Earth's climate. It provides food for billions. It holds minerals, medicines, and secrets we haven't yet unlocked. And yet, we know less about it than we do about the surface of Mars. It is as if we've been given a library filled with answers to questions about life, health, even the universe itself. But we've only opened the first few pages. Maybe you'll never see the abyss with your own eyes. Maybe you'll never ride in a submarine or watch a vent worm sway in boiling water. But every breath you take carries oxygen produced by the ocean. Every meal you eat is touched by its currents. The deep sea is not another world. It is our world. We just haven't explored it yet. Pressure that crushes steel, darkness that blinds, technology cold that slows life to a crawl, and yet, against all odds, survival snailfish that glow like phantoms, sharks with slingshot jaws, tube forms that grow taller than a man creatures, that rewrite the rules of life itself. This is not science fiction. This is Earth. This is the ocean. We are explorers by nature. We've looked to the stars for answers, dreaming of distant galaxies, but maybe the greatest frontier is not up there. It's down here, in the waters we walk beside every day. So, the next time you stand at the shore, staring at the horizon, remember to 95% of that vast blue remains unseen, unexplored, waiting if the ocean can still surprise us with giants, phantoms, and living fire. Imagine what's still hiding in the dark. This is the mystery. This is the abyss. And this is only the beginning.